Okay, welcome to the second part of the lesson, describing a bar chart. In the first lesson, you learned mainly two things. One is the vocabulary needed to describe a chart. And also you learned the sentence structures that are used to describe a bar chart. So those were the two things that you learned. What are they? The vocabulary needed to describe a chart, also the sentence structures that are commonly used when describing a chart. In the second part of the lesson, we are going to learn about the format used to describe a bar chart. We are going to talk about the format used to describe a bar chart. Also, we are going to write a description for a given chart. That's going to be a very good example for you to understand how to describe a bar chart. Right. First, let's get about the structure of the description. So the structure consists of three parts. I normally call them part 1, part 2, and part 3. In part 1, that's your first paragraph, you have to state what the chart is about. Simply, you have to write what the chart is about. And then in part 2, that means you are going to start with a new paragraph. There you have to describe the trends. When you look at the chart, you will be able to notice certain trends. So you have to describe the trends in your second part of the description. So trends, I mean, there could be increases, there could be decreases, and also the highest or the lowest values. And you can talk about the most or least numbers, also similarities and differences. So many things are there you can write. Okay, well, part 3, that's the conclusion. That's where you can give your opinion. That's where you can give your opinion. Thereby you can conclude your description. So let's understand by writing a real description. Okay, well, by now you are very familiar with the chart. You have written many sentences on this. I hope that you are ready with the sentences that you wrote as the exercise that I gave. Okay, right, don't worry. Now first you need to have a paper and a pen. So if you are not ready with your paper and pen, please pause this video for a while and go and find a paper and a pen. Right. So in your paper, you have to write what I said. So this is going to be the part 1, I mean the first paragraph. So in your paper, you have to copy this part. Okay. So this is going to be the first paragraph. Ready? So I can help you. So I'm going to read it for you. So you have to copy that down. The chart gives. Okay, now you can begin to write. The chart gives information about how much money blank on computers and smartphones in Sri Lanka. Blank the years 2011 blank 2015 full stop. Right. So this shows actually what the chart is about. This is a description about the chart. And the words that you could use for these blanks given here, Now, can you guess here the right words for these blanks? The chart gives information about how much money, yes, good, was spent on computers and smartphones in Sri Lanka. Yeah, you should use between the years 2011 and 2015. So by reading this, you understand it gives, yeah, it says what the chart is about. So that is the very first paragraph that you should write when you are describing a bar chart. Good. Now we are heading towards the second part. Okay, part 2. So that means you have to start a new paragraph. Ready? Well, can you take down these? According to the chart, there were blank in spending on both items. Full stop. Computer sales blank by $5 million each year. Full stop. Smartphone sales blank at $10 million until 2013 and then increased dramatically, comma, reaching $45 million in 2015. Although they are still blank, the value of computer sales, comma, they are only $5 million behind. Okay, let's try to find the correct words or the phrases for these blanks. Okay, I hope that you are very familiar with these words and phrases. Okay, according to the chart, there were, yes, you could use, come on, upward trends in spending on both items. See, upward trends in spending on both items. Good. Second sentence, computer sales, yes, yeah, what happened? Yes, increased steadily, right? See, 5 by 5, increased steadily by $5 million each year. Smartphone sales, yes, good, remained level at $10 million until 2013. See, remained level until 2013 and then increased dramatically, reaching $45 million here, $45 million, $45 million in 2015. Although they are still, yes, less than the value of computer sales. See, this is computer sales and here smartphones, less than the value of computer sales. They are only 5 million behind. See, 5 million gap. Right. So you have another sentence for the second part. Okay. So the same paragraph. Okay. Can you continue writing? For a new paragraph, same second paragraph or part 2. People's total expenditure on these electronic devices blank in this period. The total blank $40 million in 2011 and it rose to $95 million in 2015. Two blanks, let's try them, was and rose dramatically. People's total expenditure on these electronic devices, yeah, what happened? Yes, rose dramatically in this period. See, the total, yes, 2011 it was 14, yeah, then 40, sorry, 40. The total was $40 million in 2011 and it rose to 95 million in 2015. Okay, here 40, that means 30 plus 10, 40. Here 50 plus 45. That's how you get $95 million. Right. So you wrote the second part of your description. So what is the third? Right. Part 3. You have to start a new paragraph. Ready? Okay. Now continue writing. Overall, the sales of both of these items grew. But smartphone sales grew blank quickly. If these blank continue, comma, we can expect smartphone sales to blank computer sales in 2016 or soon after. Ready? Now try to find the words, yeah, that comes for these blanks, right? Overall, the sales of both of these items grew, but smartphone sales grew, yes, more quickly, right? If these, yeah, trends continue, we can expect smartphone sales to, yes, overtake computer sales in 2016 or soon after. This is the conclusion. Okay, the last paragraph. Good. Your answer should look like this. Okay, what you have written, it should look like this. The first paragraph, yeah, that's part one. It says what the chart is about. Part two, we have to talk about the trends. Okay, part three, the conclusion. Part three, the conclusion. Okay, I think now you have a clear understanding about writing a description for a bar chart. Very good. As you know, practice is very, very important. So it's high time you did an exercise. Now you have to pause the video for a while and draw this chart in your paper. Okay, pause the video for a while and draw this chart in your paper. And then what you have to do is you have to write a description on this chart. You have to write a description on this chart. That's going to be the exercise for you. Okay, you have to write a description on this chart. That's going to be the exercise for you. Okay, we've come to the end of part 2 of this lesson. Before I wind up, I want you to remember this. The more you practice, better your English becomes. The more you practice, better your English becomes. Good luck with your English.